him say, if you are a deputy governor, if you walk beside your governor, they'll say, you see, he's rubbing shoulders with him. He wrote it in that book. You walk behind him, they say, he's planning something against him. You walk in front of him, they say, he's already taken over. So deputy governors, you know that those are things. Thank you, sir, for that, exposure. So he gave us books free of charge, and we gave to the young ones. And we say, you never can tell where you'll be, what your position will be. But deputizing is not only in government house. We deputize everywhere and in many places. We always take pleasure in going through the history and trajectory of our grand patron, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodwill Jonathan. Remember, I don't know how many people have that kind of rich history. Deputy this to that, deputy this to that, from deputy governor to vice president to president. And many people do not know that this forum has been in existence since Jonathan became president. It was at the time that members, this forum, the way it was, Professor Chigozie Obu, drove all the way from Abakaleke to my office in Omoahia. And he did that, calling everybody. Yes, let's you know how hard he worked. The BOT chairman will also say, worked so hard for a visit to our then president to congratulate him. It was at that visit, after that delegation, our now grand patron, then President Goodwill Jonathan, said, there are so much for deputy governors to do. There have been so much that needs to be attended to. Why don't you form a forum so that you can use it as common front to present the needs and the requirements of the deputy governors? Incidentally, I had a medical appointment then, before that visit, so I couldn't go. And that was how it started. Alhaji Abdul Malik Abdullahi, the now BOT chairman, was the first national chairman of the forum. After him, another and another, and here I am. At the time, I was the national publicity secretary. So people think this is new. It's not new. We have been working. It's just that we are metamorphosing to what it should be. We have sent a number of submissions to the National Assembly for constitutional amendment. And we have suggested a number of innovative ways of getting some things done. And some of those suggestions had to do with how projects and things are conceived, executed, and sustained at the subnational level, especially in the states. Your Excellency, we wrote to you because we had issues that our members presented to us that need to be. We also wrote to PDP. Those issues are necessary so that the deputy governors at every level will be given their right of place. Let me publicly say that one of our suggestions to the National Assembly, is that we should have a state economic council. Why did I say that? Your Excellency, sir, Architect Obohata, when you and your brothers did the planning for the promised land, I don't think you were thinking of becoming the governor of Akwa Ibom State. But even if you were, it was a good thing. I noticed that governor in, governor out, they keep to that plan. Anyone that comes, works within that project plan, you can take your own, but don't abandon. Our problems in the states is that when a governor conceives a project, whether good or bad, when he leaves and is unable to finish it, it ends. If he's able to finish it, it's abandoned. These should not be. We are saying that, like you have the National Economic Council, where certain things that cut across common good are discussed. The states should have such opportunity to midwife and ensure that whoever comes keeps the development of the state and keep developing the state within that framework so that things can move. That is why we go on duplicating projects and not achieving much. I'm not saying it's only Akwa Ibom, but this is what has happened only in few states. And those that have followed the trajectory and history will agree with us that it is one good thing that needs to be done. So, it is with great honor and profound gratitude that I welcome you to our third national conference. This year's theme, Strategic Solutions for Good Governance, Food Security, and Sustainable Growth in Nigeria, encapsulates the pressing issues that demand our attention as we navigate the complexities of nation building in our beloved country. We are witnessing a transformative moment in Nigeria's governance landscape. We are working, and the FFDGN remain active participants in contributing to the wealth of experience and insight. With the wealth of experience and insight available within our fold to drive positive change in the nation. The forum has brought together a team of seasoned academics and experts to interrogate this theme towards coming up with outcomes which will help our nation to overcome some of its noted challenges. Nigeria is undoubtedly endowed with vast natural resources, a large population, awesome human resources, and a rich cultural heritage. Security and governance challenges. However, despite these advantages, we grapple with significant issues: security and governance challenges, food insecurity, and the difficulty of addressing sustainable growth. As leaders and citizens committed to our nation's progress, we must chart a course that leads to effective and efficient governance, ensure food security, investing to drastically reduce poverty and hunger, eliminate insecurity, and ensure sustainable economic development. That is why our keynote speaker today is the Honorable Minister of Defense, because security is key. But we did not choose him and pick him just like that. We picked him because he's one of the few governors that worked well with their deputies and actually mentored his deputy to take over as deputy governor. Please give him a round. In addition to that, if you know him, he is very prudent in both his actions and spending. And that earned him a nickname, Mr. Calculator. I don't know how many of you know that he is called Mr. Calculator. Why we call him Mr. Calculator is because for every expenditure, if you have served in committee or anywhere with him, he wants value for the money that is being spent. And that is what we need in everything we do. So he'll be giving us a keynote address. And as we're in transformative stage, we have another experienced, long-standing personality in governance, in public service, who will be speaking on renewed hope, prospects, and challenges. Sir Esa Ozisalami. So we'll be looking at all this, plus a number of other professionals we have. And amongst us, our members, many of them professors, lecturers, who after office have gone back to the classrooms to lecture. After office, have gone back to their practices, be it in legal, journalism, management, or otherwise. Prof, I know you are missing that aspect. So, there is that pool. So, nation building is a formidable challenge that requires unwavering commitment and innovative thinking. The role of deputy governors has historically been one of support and stabilization of the governance structures. However, the deputy governors possesses a unique vantage point from our experiences in office. We understand the intricacies of governance and the need of our communities. This conference aims at harnessing the collective wisdom of our forum and fellow Nigerians to generate innovative, groundbreaking ideas and pragmatic solutions to the pressing issues of today. In our quest for sustainable growth, we recognize the importance of collaboration beyond our borders. Our partnership with the nations across Africa, hence the Polish-Nigeria Business Council, which the MOU will be signed today. I'm sure you have seen the people from Poland and other parts that are here. It will be pivotal in sharing knowledge and expertise. We believe that the robust alliances will enable us to tackle the challenges of governance. We must leverage our collective strength to create networks that will empower our communities and cultivate an environment conducive for development. Additionally, I am excited to appreciate our effort to support the ongoing effort and the future effort to support the systems to facilitate innovation and entrepreneurship across Nigeria. As we reflect on existing partnership between Nigeria and Poland, I urge us all to enhance our collaboration, particularly in trade, investment, imports, and exports. More importantly, we should promote educational and cultural exchanges that will deepen our mutual understanding and respect. At this point, let me put on record the support of the Honorable Minister of Trade and the Ministry of Trade in this journey for this establishment of this business council. I want to also recognize the support and contribution of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Council. This initiative will not only benefit Nigeria and Poland, but will also serve as a model for other nations. Showcasing the power of international cooperation for mutual growth, let us resolve from this conference to carry the touch of hope and responsibility, fully aware that our action today will shape the future of our beloved Nigeria. Actions beyond mantra. Our forum is not merely a gathering of illustrious individuals from ranks of past and present leadership. It is a platform for dynamic action in nation building. We have the unique opportunity to leverage our collective experiences, insight, and moral authority to advocate for meaningful reforms and sustainable solutions in government. It is imperative that we move beyond mere speeches and platitudes. We must foster an environment of collaboration and commitment to enact laws implement policies that resonate with the clear aspirations of our people. Nation building demands a united front where our voices converge to champion the worthy causes that matter, most being good governance, giving result for the greater majority of the people. Equity, the general good of the majority, and equal opportunities. Consequently, the forum will be presenting a compendium in the public space on the experiences of our members in government to assist the next generation with useful and authoritative blueprint for nation building. We've been on this. We started in 2022. Our members are contributing, I think it's 8 pages, not more than 8 pages of a certain number of words to capture their experiences as deputy governors, which we hope to publish in, sequence, because it cannot go into one edition. So that is to provide for those that care to understand the experiences of former deputy governors. And at this point, I want to plead with our young ones and the upcoming people, please do read. It's important to read. Let us put a line to the saying that if you want to hide something from a Nigerian, or is it from Africa, put it in a book. Let us put a line to that. Let us always read. It is one sure way of improving ourselves and educating ourselves. So, join us to make better things happen. We are gathered here today to share a fundamental principle that has underpinned our journey, the power of collaboration. From our experience, the most significant achievement come not from individual efforts, but from collective commitment to a shared vision. Together, we can catalyze transformation. Let us work collectively, not as a forum, but as a nation, and engage the younger generation, inspiring them with quality examples. We invite Nigerians to embrace this call to action and join us in making better things happen for our beloved nation. As leaders, we have a responsibility to ignite passion, mentorship, and innovation, while laying the foundation for our successors to build on. Again, together, join us in making better things happen for our beloved nation. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you all for coming, and I wish us a happy deliberation. God bless the Federal Republic.
Please, let's put our hands together once again for our Chief Convener, National Chairman of Forum of Former Deputy Governors of Nigeria. And Mr. Charike and I were just having a chat over there while he was speaking. And he jokingly remarked that if you had a very kind and deputy governors prosper. But if you don't have a kind governor, well, I don't want to finish the rest of what he said. And just to give you a picture of how it is, from 1999 to 2023, and this is the statistics that we have at the moment. We've had 149 deputy governors. And permit me to just give you some data. Ekiti State has had the highest number so far with 7. Ondo, Lagos, Kaduna, 6. 9 states had about 5, while 13 had only 3 deputy governors. But sadly, out of this figure, we've had only 10 succeeding, taking over the mantle of leadership. That's how bad it is. I don't know if that figure has changed today. But luckily, the Forum of Former Deputy Governors, I'm glad to say, is changing this scenario. And of course, making their voices very loud. I was here last year, and I know the difference today. So congratulations, Forum of Former Deputy Governors. Please, can we put our hands together? They're making a change, and we will get there. Let me quickly take some recognitions just before I hand over to Mr. Charike. And I'd like to very passionately introduce a woman after my heart, a big mother, a sister, a boss. I had the privilege of working with her in River State. The second woman to hold the position of Deputy Governor in River State, I don't know if I'm correct. Let me welcome, and please put your hands together for Dr. Ngozi Odu, Professor Ngozi Odu, serving Deputy Governor of River State, former Commissioner of Education, River State, a very energetic, resourceful woman. That's the kind of women we want in leadership. Welcome, ma'am. I'm sorry, this is not a gender issue. Let me also welcome Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, represented here by Honorable Barrister Rekia Tanku Ayuba Haruna, MNI. I had to emphasize MNI. Thank you very much, ma'am. Let me also recognize the representative of Minister of Defense in the person of Major General A.T. Jibrin, who is the SA Technical to the Honorable Minister of Defense. Please, can we put our hands together? Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We also have our friends from the Diplomatic Corps, and they are all here. Please let me begin with some recognitions. Stanislaw Gulinski, Charge d'Affaires, Embassy of Poland. Thank you very much, sir, Your Excellency. We also have Inga Stefanowicz, Head of Green and Digital Economy, EU Delegation to Nigeria. Thank you, ma'am. We also have in our midst Anjiska Taras, Political Officer, EU Delegation. Thank you. We have Senator Abdul Aziz Yori Abubakar, former Zamfara State Governor and former Chairman, Governors Forum, highly represented here today by Senator Tijani Kaura. Please, can we put our hands together? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I will be taking more recognitions when I have them. Okay, I do have His Excellency Hamid Reza Shafian, First Counselor, Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran, is also here. Can we put our hands together? Okay, we also have the Vice Chancellor of University of Jos, Professor Ishaya Tanku, but is here represented by Professor Gideon Gushik. Is he here? Thank you, sir. I'm done with these recognitions for now, but please pardon us if we haven't recognized you. It's not always that I stand in front of an array of distinguished, highly respected men. Some of them I've read in history books, some I've had the pleasure of interviewing, but it is a pleasure to see all of you today. Please, I now hand over the microphone to Mr. Charike.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Major General A.I. Jibrin, retired, SA Technical to the Honorable Minister for Defense, is also here with us. Major General, I welcome you, sir. I welcome you. Thank you very much. Mr. Gilbert Omamogbo, Deputy Director, FCDA, representing Executive Secretary of the FCDA. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much. And then I'd like to continue now. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is said that the nation is not the land, it is the people. And in transforming the people, we shall transform our country and have a great nation. One person who transformed the people of his state, and today Akwa Ibom State is an exemplary state in Nigeria, is a man that they call the father of modern Akwa Ibom. An architect who understands the strength of material, an architect who understands design and decoration. And with him, Akwa Ibom transformed into what it is today. He's our chairman, one of the co-chairmen of this conference. Let me welcome here, architect Obong Victor Atta. But Your Excellency, you will wait because your introduction should be smoother than this. There's a digital introduction to who you are. Let's have it.
Obong Victor Bassi Atta was born on 20th November 1938 in Okup. Is married to Mrs. Unenyim Alison Atta, attended Columbia University in the United States of America. He is a prominent Nigerian statesman, an accomplished architect, a businessman, an outstanding political leader whose life and career have left an indelible mark on the country's landscape. He was elected governor of Akwa Ibom State from May 29, 1999 till May 2007. To immortalize this illustrious son of Akwa Ibom in recognition of his immense contributions to the development of the state, the Akwa Ibom State named the international airport designed to handle larger aircraft operations, including Boeing 787 and A380 aircraft, after him in November 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Obong Victor Bassi Atta.
So, Your Excellency, you can step forward now.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, respected members of the Fourth Estate, please permit me to adopt the protocol that has been so well established. But in doing so, I would like to put on public record that I don't have any national honors. That CON you dash me does not belong to me. I've not been given national honors by anybody. Please, I'd like to make that a public statement. And before I read my very short address, I'd like to spend a minute thanking the young lady that composed that theme song. But you know, architects are multi-talented and very versatile. So it didn't surprise me when you say that the young lady is in fact an architect. I congratulate you. Now, having said that, I want to thank Honorable Kennedy Bekalo, the Director General. I want to thank the convener and other members of the National Executive Committee, the Board of Trustees, and your entire organization for inviting me to co-chair this occasion today. The theme of your conference and the 5 sub-themes show that you have a clear awareness of our current situation in this country. Let me add that to my mind and conviction, as a forum, there's a lot that you can do to add value to all these areas of concern. I say this because I had found it necessary in accepting to chair this occasion to carefully read through your fact book. I read through this fact book very thoroughly to know who in fact you are. And I found that the fact book tells me that you were founded, and I quote, founded to provide opportunities for past deputy governors to deploy their expertise, skills, and knowledge individually and collectively for the growth and sustainable development of Nigeria. It goes on to describe you as a good governance interventionist organization. So at this point, I would like to stop and ask a few questions. What do you consider as good governance? Have we been practicing good governance in Nigeria? And how has the forum intervened if you find that we have not been practicing good governance? As a critical platform of quality managers of human and material resources, your forum is expected to contribute to nation building through advocacy for good policy initiatives that will promote a culture of accountability as well as consciousness of Nigeria's core national values. Again, I want to ask, what are these core national values and how have we always been accountable? For us to become a nation, we must define these core values and pursue them vigorously. From the 2023 record of proceedings, that's this other book that you sent to me, which again I read very thoroughly. There I found that there's something said in there that the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, is a good document that can lead our country to the expected El Dorado. Those of you who have listened to some of my television interviews or read some of my published articles will know that I totally and completely disagree with this statement. Rather, like you, I identify fully with the findings of your October 2022 annual general meeting, which was held in Rio. The findings are again reported in this book, and that's where I got the information from. The theme of that conference was national building in challenging times. And the first major problem that you identified was the installation by the military regime of a command structure that defiled, and emphasizes defiled, Nigeria's federalism installed from 1954. That defilement was carried over into the 1999 Constitution, and that, by destroying the foundation of federalism on which the country was built, has, in my honest and humble opinion, remained a biggest drawback to good governance, accountability, inclusiveness, productivity, and development. The challenging times, I wish to say, are still here with us. And you have identified in this year's theme the main challenges that are still facing us today. This is why I have tried in this short opening remark to stimulate and maybe even provoke you to think deeply at this conference, discuss frankly, and hopefully at the end, as an interventionist organization, provide this country with the solution that we so desperately need to bind our country into a thriving nation that is moving forward. I wish you, therefore, very fruitful deliberations, and thank you again for inviting me. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please, let's put our hands together once again. A very big applause for Architect Obong Victor Atta, who is our conference chairman. Thank you very much, sir. May I also quickly invite our co-conference chairman, His Excellency Chief Olusegun Oshoba, former governor of Ogun State. Thank you very much, Excellency, sir. I don't want to put, LCON. It's CFR, okay. CFR.
Come. I'm also from Kwara. the convener, you've done over extensive recognition, but I cannot recognize the chairman of my party, who is a record breaker of all of you here. From being deputy governor, he became governor, and now is national chairman. So therefore, all of you should know there is still hope. I said there is still hope because you produced a president before. Why do you think you cannot still produce a president again? Jonathan was deputy governor to Alamisia. That was how I knew him. From there, he became deputy to Yaradua and eventually became the president. So you have produced a president before, even before us. We of the class of 99 have just followed your footsteps by producing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Unfortunately for me, I was also class 92. 32 years ago, I was governor. I don't think any of us can produce governor anymore. We are all ancient. Now, I was happy and thrilled when I was invited and I saw what you've been doing in the past and what you are still doing. You are telling us that you are still passionate about this country. My chairman, I won't call myself co-chairman now because Opangata is the oldest in our class 99 governors. It was November, Bisi Akonte January, and then I'm the youngest of the old one. Mine is July. So you have us 85-year-old plus. But one thing is this, I'm very happy when I look at your theme, good governance and food security. The first most important thing in the world is that you must be self-sufficient in food. America is great today because America produces what it is, and then in excess too. You are not meeting to share anything. You are meeting because you want a greater tomorrow, a greater Nigeria for you, for me, and for our children. I commend you. I support you. What you are doing is also a joy to us because you are across party line. You are not meeting as party. You are meeting as Nigerians who are passionate about development and the success of this country. And it will be so in our time by the grace of God. You see, in our time in 1999, we were AD, Obong, PDP, but you will never know the difference between any of us. When we, the AD, come up with some very terrible thing against Obasanjo, when we will have spoken, Obong will be the first to endorse all that we have brought up. We fought Obasanjo on local government. We fought Obasanjo on the situation of local government money. We fought him on many fronts. But Obong did not say, because it's PDP, he will not support what he sees as right, good, and necessary for this country. So therefore, I adopt all that Obong has said today, and I support all that you are doing, and I can assure you, we will continue to support you, and I'm hoping one day, one or two of you will become president of this country. I may not be around, but my prayer will be heard by the grace of God. Thank you.
He is an elder statesman, a traditional person, Aremo Olusegun Oshoba. Thank you very much. The interesting part of this event is that we have a very powerful Polish ingredient in what we're doing here today. And I'd like to very quickly welcome here the Charge d'Affaires of the Embassy of the Republic of Poland in Abuja, His Excellency Stanislaw Gulinski. Welcome, Ambassador. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am really thrilled and really happy to be here. I was invited by Mr. Albert Josiah. If not him from IGE, if not him, I wouldn't be present probably here. And I'm really thrilled to be in front of you because of his initiative. I'm chargé d'affaires in the Embassy of Poland for just 2 months. And I'm working in the embassy for slightly more than 1 year. I couldn't see much of Nigeria. Right now I can say I saw half of the states of the country, including Akwa Ibom, which you mentioned. I can confirm that it is one of the states of the country that impressed me much. I can corroborate it. Poland is changing also very tremendously. Somehow I used to work in foreign countries almost only. For very short periods I've been in the foreign ministry back in Warsaw. I used to stay in foreign countries in the embassies. So I see Poland usually on vacations, on holidays, once in 2, 3, 4 months. And I see how country is rapidly developing, how country is rapidly changing. Sometimes I cannot even recognize it. So I really advise you to see the country, because even if you saw Poland or heard about Poland from before 10 years, 20 years, it's no more the current state of affairs. Really, I'm not saying everything is going smooth. I'm not saying everything, all changes are always for better, but mainly for better and mainly for the best. But really, I advise you to see and try the country, because it's one of those countries that are developing quickest in Europe. I would say Poland and Nigeria still do not know each other very well. This is my opinion after 1 year here. Still, not many people in Nigeria know Poland in detail, and not many people in Poland know Nigeria in detail. There is a clear push in Poland to be involved in Africa deeper. But as you see, Poland, as you know better than me, or just as you know, Poland was never a colonial country. We never occupied any country in Africa. We never left any legacy of this kind in the continent. But it has also some bad sides, because of that, we are knowing the country only anew. We never developed. Or maybe in other words, we just started to develop African studies. We started to develop deeper political knowledge, economic knowledge about the country. I'm really happy that with me here are representatives of our investment and trade office in Lagos, who are really our most important economic outpost in this part of Africa, not just in Nigeria. But we are starting. We want to learn from you. We want to hear from you, because we, as Poland, we are getting to know Africa better and better, and you should help us. Thank you very much.
Mr. Gulinski, thank you very much for loving Nigeria. And we'll continue to explore Polish-Nigeria relationship. Can we put our hands together one more time? Thank you very much. Thank you. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have heard the prayer of an elder. Remo Olusegun Oshoba have said he would love to be alive to see one of you become the president of Nigeria. and so shall it happen. But there's one man who is almost on his way there, former deputy governor, and then he became governor for 8 years. He's chairman of a party, and you know, when you become chairman of a party, it's like next door to presidency. You know? So we don't know what tomorrow holds, but let me welcome here to declare this conference open, His Excellency Dr. Umaru Ganduje.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the chairman of the occasion and the co-chair of the occasion, both of whom were executive governors of this our great country, the chairman of the forum and the director general, and all the representatives of different organizations, and my colleagues, the former deputy governors, right from 1999 to date, international communities who are here with us, who are very much interested in the development of our country, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, peace be upon you all. In fact, I have been taken by surprise. I thought I came here as an invitee, as a former deputy governor attending to an occasion organized by our great forum. But I find myself to declare the national conference open. I have to thank you for this. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to thank the forum for maintaining the cohesion, the spirit, the esprit de corps of this forum. I could remember holding a meeting as deputy governors with the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Jonathan. And he is always remembering he was a deputy governor. Therefore, he has interest in this forum. So there's no doubt the esprit de corps for this forum will continue to make the forum to grow from strength to strength. Also, I have to thank you for maintaining the activities of the forum, because organizing conferences like this will remind former deputy governors that they still have a role, we still have a role to play in the advancement of this country. Especially whenever you have conference, you take some topical issues that are necessary for the overall development of the country. This is very encouraging. You see, deputy governorship or deputizing, even though we talk of deputy governors, but the whole issue is the concept. The concept is very, very important. Whether you are a deputy governor, where you are vice president, where you are vice principal, where you are deputy vice chancellor, it is the same concept of deputizing. And this concept of deputizing is a very controversial concept. Because of its controversy, even in theology, God has no deputy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no deputy because of the controversial nature of the deputyship. God said, everybody is a servant. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, everybody is a servant. Even his prophets are his servants. So it's an issue that is a no-go area. But we as human beings, and for governance, there must be a plan for succession. Because if you have a leader, that leader does not determine per se his continuity in the position. He can fall sick. He needs somebody to steer the ship of the nation or of the state. He can die abruptly. There must be somebody to take over. As earlier mentioned, it's a difficult position. I think one of the speakers already made a demonstration of how difficult it is. But whatever it is, the difference between the principal and his deputy is situational. Because the difference between a governor and deputy governor is not biological. The difference is not biological. It's not because the governor is born to be a governor and the deputy is born to be a deputy governor. And it is not also physical. It is not that the governor is taller and the deputy governor is short. It's not that the governor is fat and the deputy governor is lean. It's not intellectual that the governor is more qualified, has more qualification than the deputy governor. It's not moral whether the governor has more morality than the deputy governor has less morality. It is a share situational. God has destined one to be the leader as a result of circumstance. Therefore, both the principal and the deputy, they assist each other in all areas of governance. Nobody can do it alone. We have to share responsibility. I know there is a controversy that deputy governors should have a prescribed function in the Constitution. Luckily, a vice principal has some functions as stated by the Constitution. But deputy governors, there is no specification of anything whatsoever. His function is what is being assigned to him by the principal. I think these are issues that we'll continue to deliberate on. Probably if there's a review of the Constitution, maybe certain paragraphs can be included in favor of the deputy governors. We thank you for the theme of this national conference. There's no doubt we are interested in the development of this country, and we have to contribute our quota in terms of ideas, in terms of suggestions, in terms of actions, especially pertaining to the economy of this country, pertaining to the security of this country, and pertaining to the survival of the democracy. We have to thank ourselves, right from 1999 to date, we are able to behave well, and we continue to maintain democracy in this country. The issue of security is everybody's responsibility. We have so many challenges, ranging from herders, farmers, clashes, that graduated into cattle rustling, that graduated into banditry. that graduated into community clashes as a result of differences in religion or differences in tribe. These are issues that we have to look into. But to go so kind, Mr. President, in his renewed hope agenda, has decided to create a Ministry of Livestock Development as a result of a conference that I organized when I was a governor of Kano State in order to look into the real issues of the farmers-herders conflict, examining the movement of herders from West Africa down to the northern part of this country, down to the middle belt, down to the southern part of Nigeria, with thousands of cattle. There's no doubt that you must have conflict. And such things must be arrested. And the issue of herdsmanship, is it for tradition? Is it for culture? Or is it for economic empowerment? Certainly, it must be for economic empowerment. There are modern systems of herdmanship now that such system does not warrant the migration from one place to another. We have to adopt that one. And the issue is the education of those herdsmen. Without education, it is an animal that is following another animal. Yes, somebody with no Western education, no religious education whatsoever, eventually there is no difference between him and the animal that he is driving. That is a hard fact. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for this national conference. With these few remarks, I now declare this national conference organized by the Forum of the former deputy governors open. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Amazing discourse. The journey of nation building is 1,000 miles, but we've taken a few steps and we are getting there. Thank you very much. Let's be seated. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my co-anchor released a few statistics earlier regarding this forum in terms of the journey so far. We have a short documentary that will paint the picture better. Claire, you are behind me. News flash? It needs flash. No news flash. Okay. And so without much ado, let's take the documentary now. Media, are you ready? You are not? Okay. Give me the... Okay. All right. Now that the conference has been declared open and the media, our technical people are working very hard to get the documentary right, we will probably move into the awards, the forums awards for those that has helped to build a nation. And some of the names are names of amazing Nigerians, those who have served this country either as ministers or as deputy governors or directors general of one parastatal or agency or the other. And these are people that has incrementally increased the brand level of Nigeria. And so we will be giving out these awards now as we have names of those who will give out these awards. But immediately after that, we shall be having a few goodwill messages, and then we'll be signing the MOU with the Polish contingent, and there are plenty here. And we'll also be listening to a few of them that will be telling us about the emerging relationship between Poland and Nigeria. And it's so important. Again, we also still have the representative of the Honorable Minister for Defense, himself a Major General, but he, even in Babangida, he looks like a Major General, who will be representing the Honorable Minister. Ode, the uncommon comedian, will be coming over later to do a short comedy because the nation has integrated skit makers and comedians into our national development efforts. And when Ode comes here, we'll know what level of tax is ready to pay from the millions they're making. Thank you very much. And so we'll be going quickly into the awards now, and those that will be delivering the awards. So our first awardee, and I know the media people have the digital introduction of them. Do you? Yes, okay. Our first awardee here on Nation Builders Award is a visionary leader. If you call her an egghead, you'll be very correct. But more importantly, she is a mother. And with her little affectionate hands, she molds the nation. Former Honorable Minister for Education in Nigeria, an amazing sweet mother, Professor Chinwe Obaje.
Akabe jeje logi soro magi pota nobo Ijanga para panobu no Chinwe na mana Chinwe Onye shagi bagamba gi pota nobo Walele.
Are we ready now with her citation? You are ready? Wait, after this one. Okay. All right, so to present her award to her is a man that gave a lot of women leverage in his state. Former governor of Akwa Ibom State. Please welcome here, Architect Obon Victor Atta.
Chinyere, sweet mother, Chinyere, a sweet mother indeed. Chinyere, Gadeli Gimba, Chinyere. He's a philanthropist. Chinyere, He's Her Excellency.
Well, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as an Honorable Minister for Education, she changed the face of Nigerian education. She brought class, she brought intellect into her job. And several years after being an Honorable Minister for Education, she's here being honored by the Forum of Deputy Governors in Nigeria. We adore this amazing woman, this intellectual, and this very proud Nigerian. Your Excellency, you can do us the honor.
This award is given to Professor Chinwe Obaje, the visionary leader at the third national conference of the Forum of Former Deputy Governors as a distinguished nation builder. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Wanyoma. Congratulations, Wanyoma.
Prof, do you want to say anything?
What can
I say? I don't have much to say than to say thank you very much. And for this conference, I like the theme of this conference, which says strategic solutions for good governance, food security, and sustainable growth in Nigeria. I want to say this. I'm more interested in food security and sustainable growth in Nigeria. I'm an agriculturist. And while in school, my professor told us that we are talking about peace all over the world. But the truth is that we cannot have peace unless we have peace below the diaphragm. If there is no peace in the stomach, there cannot be peace. So, I will like the forum of former governors, former deputy governors, to really look into the problem of agriculture in this country. You see, over the years, Nigeria has done a lot. Anytime there was problem, it was agriculture that solved our problem. In the old eastern region of Nigeria, the former eastern region of Nigeria, during the days of Okpara, it was what? Back to land. Without back to land, eastern region would not have gotten to where it was. Then, during the Nigeria-Biafra war, it was what? The slogan then was what? The same back to land. Even though we were at war, mind you, during that time, I was already, by 1967, I was supposed to have been in Form 5, so I was not a kid in 1967. And what sustained us in that part of the country was what? We all went back to land, providing what we could eat, even at the smallest unit, at the family unit. Also later, during President Obasanjo's first coming, it was what again? Operation Feed the Nation. I like it now as the present government is also talking about going back to the farm. And without food, we cannot move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chinwe Obaje. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Let's put our hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. Our next awardee here is the man that has transformed NDLEA and made it into one of the very best drug agencies. Wait. Brigadier General Buba Marwa, do you have a representative in the room? Okay. Thank you very much. All right, so can we run the citation now?
Ambassador Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, CON OFR. An exceptional leader, he was born on 9th September 1953 in Kaduna, hails from Michika local government area of Adamawa State. He attended the Nigerian Military School Zaria and the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA. Ambassador Marwa was academic registrar of the NDA and Deputy Defense Advisor at the Nigerian Embassy in Washington. Between 1990 and 1992, he was military governor of Borno State. He is unarguably the most popular Nigerian soldier in a public office during the darkest days of Abacha's rule. His administration had a far-reaching impact on the populace in diverse ways. He was appointed the executive chairman of the National Drug Laws Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, the position he occupies today, and true to type. Retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa has sanitized the drug turf with remarkable achievement and making the staff of the agency to be now on top of their game. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Ambassador Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa.
And let me welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Bauchi State, to please step forward and do us the honor of presenting the award to the representative of Buba Marwa. They let the former and the current go together.
Yes, thank you very much. This award is presented to you, Brigadier General Abubakar Marwa, retired, transformational leadership at the 3rd National Conference, Abuja, 22nd October 224. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Our next award winner is a woman that was a deputy governor in Osun State. I'd like to welcome her, or a representative, Erelu Olushola Obada.
Her Excellency Erelu Olushola Idowu was Minister of State for Defense, Federal Republic of Nigeria, between June 2011 to June 2012. Minister of Defense, Federal Republic of Nigeria, June 2012 to September 2013. She was charged with the day-to-day running of the Ministry of Defense towards meeting its constitutional responsibilities of formulating and executing national defense policy, maintaining officers and men of the Nigerian Armed Forces in a state of combat readiness on land, sea, and air, contribute towards peace and stability in the world through the United Nations peacekeeping operations. She was two-term democratically elected Deputy Governor of Osun State. As Deputy Governor, she facilitated the presidential approval for the construction of Ilesha Water Works, which is presently ongoing. She was the face of the now famous National Cocoa Rebirth Program, known as Mama Cocoa of Africa. She passionately promoted cocoa production and consumption across the nation. She is indeed a God's own project. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Her Excellency Erelu Olushola Idowu.
I just want to add to that. Her Excellency actually requested that I should say something before the award is given. And I'm happy to say something on behalf of the forum. Her Excellency Erelu Obada was one of those and have been one of those that have remained steadfast with this forum. Position, out of position, anywhere, she's been regular, consistent, working hard for the progress of the forum. At the, was it 2014 Constitutional Conference? It was herself and His Excellency Philip Salau who were in the conference that presented our submissions. We've been working underground from the background with people from various backgrounds. The results have not been as much as the efforts, but we continue to make the efforts. She actually, at that time, she funded the printing of our, submission. We held meetings in her house, notwithstanding that she was Minister of Defense. Everywhere, she've always stood firm. For this award, I told her, you have to come back because she's not in the country. She said, please, you know Damilola, my daughter. She'll be there. It's as good as me. Say something and then let her receive the award. I'm sure BOT chairman have said something. Hopefully correctly too. I'm happy to see my brother and good friend, His Excellency Patrick Epoti. These are people that have at different times worked to ensure the progress of this forum. I welcome you, sir. We went to Akwebom and your governor was asking of you. So happy to have you here. Over to you, Ebere.
All right, so His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Abia State, will be doing us the honor of presenting the award. I welcome you.
Yeah, thank you. On this day, the 22nd of October 2024, I hereby present to you this award of excellence, the Nation Builders Award, presented to Her Excellency Erelu Olushola Obada, CON, as an impactful leader at the 3rd National Conference in Abuja.
Thank you very much. So, Damilola, it's now left for you to go beyond Deputy Governor and become a governor. Thank you very much. Thank you. Our next awardee is His Excellency, the current Governor of Kwara State and Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, for what they have known him for, which is inclusive leadership. His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdurazak. Do we have a representative here? Okay, somebody is stepping out. Not. All right. Okay. Claire Adelabu Abdurazak is a daughter-in-law in that family. So you should represent the family. Please, let's give that to the chairman to give to their daughter-in-law and take it home. Yes. Our father here, Aremo Olusegun Oshoba, will be presenting the award.
I just want to say that His Excellency, sir, has been a good friend of this forum. During our last year's conference, he spent the whole day with us. The whole day. So, and he has been very forthcoming, hence the inclusiveness in the award. Thank you.
Actually, I'm from Kwara. I say this because my mother is from Odowa in Kwara State. And you know, we are only sure of motherhood. I'm not sure whether they will not need to do DNA, whether I'm from Abeokuta or not. But we don't do DNA for our mothers. So it is a great pleasure for me to present this to the governor of my mother's state from where I come from. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for touching the award, Claire. You will become a deputy governor one day. Thank you. And then finally, for inspirational leadership and human capital development, former governor of Zamfara State, now a distinguished senator, Senator Abdulaziz Yari. Do we have a representative? Okay. Thank you.
Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, CON. He was born on 28 September 1968. Senator Yari began his political career in 1999, where he served as the secretary of the then All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP, between 1999 and 2003. On April 26, 2011, Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar was elected executive governor of Zamfara State on the platform of the All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP. In 2015 gubernatorial elections, he was re-elected as governor under the platform of the All Progressives Congress, APC. On May 18, 2015, Senator Yari's colleagues in the Nigerian Governors Forum unanimously elected him as their chairman, succeeding retired Honorable Rotimi Amedu. Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar was elected to the Nigerian Senate. Presently, Senator Yari is the chairman, Senate Committee on Water Resources, and is married to 3 wives and is blessed with many adorable children. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar.
Here again, there was something I did when I was speaking. I talked about friends of the forum, and I mentioned the former governor of Akwa Ibom, His Excellency Udom Emmanuel. I mentioned His Excellency Ifeanyi Okewa, and I mentioned Chief Ghana Gabi. I purposely did not mention Abdulaziz Yari because he's getting an award, and I said I will say what. These people I mentioned are people that have believed, though governors, former present senators, that have believed in the cause of this forum and have given us support, unreserved, unsolicited support, who believes that this right, that this path we are going is the right path for nation building, for effective and efficient nation building. Hence, this award. Thank you for coming, Senator.
So we'd like to welcome here His Excellency Dr. Umaru Ganduje to please do us the honor of presenting the award. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you. This is my honor and privilege, and I have been directed by the organizing committee to present this very precious award, Nation Builders, to His Excellency Senator Abdulaziz Yari, who was the former chairman of his party in Zamfara State. And later he became the executive governor. And during that time he was the chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum. And now by the grace of God, he is a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I do present this award.
The microphone, sir. Thank you very much. So let's appreciate them as they go back to their states.
Your Excellencies, the chairman and co-chairman of this occasion, Your Excellency, the former governor of Kano State and chairman of our great party, the convener, members of this forum, deputy governors, representatives of all other organizations who are here, good afternoon to you all. My name is Senator Tijani Hayakaura from Zamfara State. I stand here to stand in for His Excellency, the former governor of Zamfara State, Senator Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, who is unavoidably absent at this very occasion. As I'm talking to you today, he's in the Republic of China, and I'm sure his spirit is here with us today. But he asked me to stand in for him and represent him. On his behalf, I want to commend the organizers of this forum, especially this conference theme. I want to agree with all previous speakers, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, former governor of Ogun State, and former governor of Kano State, who commend the openness of this theme. It's really commendable. He asked me to say also, the deputy governor's system in Nigeria needs to be looked into more properly. His Excellency, the former governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduji, has mentioned during his statement that there is need for a constitutional role for deputy governors in this country. And I think this forum is the right avenue to push this agenda forward, to ensure that any other time this country is going into constitutional review, this agenda is put forward and it succeeds. In addition, he also asked me to say that governors in this country should not see their deputy governors as what they used to call spare tires. They are partners in progress. Somebody mentioned here that it is all a matter of relationship between the governor and the deputy governor. So I want to appeal to deputy governors to always ensure that they maintain that excellent cordiality between themselves and their principals so that we have stable leadership. I'm happy today I'm with Malam Ibrahim Wakala, who is a deputy governor of Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar during the reign from 2011 to 2019. That cordiality still exists in excellent form, and that is why he is here to join me so that we stand for the governor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations to all the awardees. Let's quickly take Goodwill messages, and just to also add that this event is being transmitted live on the network service of the NTA and other sister television stations. Please, We have limited time. We have just 2 minutes for the Goodwill messages. And we'll begin with the representative of the SGF, Professor Babatunde Bolaji Bernard, who is the SA Technical. Thank you. Can we put our hands together? 2 minutes, please.
It's going to be very difficult for me to keep within 2 minutes, but I'll do my best because the Secretary to the Government of the Federation takes this occasion very seriously. As you heard from the convener, he has also been a strong partner and a believer in the agenda of this forum, but I'll try my best. I would have just ignored the protocol and stand on the already well established, but I cannot resist acknowledging President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. I was head of department at the department he graduated from at the University of Port Harcourt. Of course, the chairman of the APC, whose CV is very tall, and I join others to pray for him as there is the hope. I will also recognize the convener who has done a great job putting all this together. His Excellency, the chairman of the occasion, though he has left, I believe, I have whispered to him that I took up the challenge that he renounced here, obviously, and I've already called the Minister of Special Duties who is handling national awards. I would definitely follow up with him and make sure that he gets his CON. I needed to also say that openly here. I've whispered to him and I've also sent a message to my principal to that effect. I want to also acknowledge especially the Polish team for their consistency in supporting Nigeria in diverse way. I personally have Dr. Alex of the NET group from Poland, who is a co-researcher in energy with me. I would not be fair to myself not to acknowledge the presence of my sister and senior colleague at the University of Port Harcourt, now Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu. It's good to see you, my dear sister, after a long time. So I will read the speech from the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Having been a permanent secretary, governor, senator, minister, now SGF, please allude all the mistakes to me because he's nearly a perfect person when it comes to documentation. I am delighted to be invited as special guest of honor to this auspicious occasion of former deputy governors of Nigeria, the third national conference. And I want to admire with a deep sense of appreciation the courage and the zeal of the forum that has culminated in this elaborate and far-reaching program, which we are all part of today. It is quite heartwarming that the focus leadership of the forum is up and doing by identifying with the policy direction of the present administration. This government is ready to engage with stakeholders who come up with profound, practicable solutions to the myriad of challenges facing the nation and cannot appreciate better the rich and immense value that this forum is championing. I'm very impressed with the pragmatic approach of the Forum of Former Deputy Governors of Nigeria, the Executive Committee, and its determination to defy all odds to make a difference, hence blazing the trail in the collaboration with the present administration. From the report of its accomplishments so far, it is evident that the forum knows its onions and means business by standing tall among its peers as true champions of promoting the quest for nation building. I would at this point call your attention to the first page of your program. It is on this premise, this summarizes all that my principal is trying to say to us today. Nation building. The words of Mahatma Gandhi, you must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. The second one, it's a quotation from Chris A. Akomas. National building is a national movement. Nation building is a national movement that patriotic Nigerians should promote. As a key member of this administration, I feel it's expedient to use this opportunity at a forum like this to explain certain misconceptions about the determination of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to turn around the fortunes of Nigeria. Government is conscious of overriding interests of addressing the distortion supplied. Talk with various interest groups, like our royal fathers, the labor force, religious leaders, the youth, the women, towards reaching a synergy on how to mitigate the challenges and of all the shift to a new paradigm. Changes are usually coming with some difficulties and requiring challenges requiring sacrifices from us all. The government has made several efforts and commitment to national infrastructure. You must have heard about the huge hinterland road works, the mega coastal roads, Sokoto to Badagry, Badagry to Lagos, Lagos to Calabar, Calabar to Abuja, Abuja, more recently added to Bauchi, cutting across the entire 6 geopolitical zone. These are some of the things that have been reflected in the scorecard of our present administration. Yesterday at Transcorp, a meeting organized by the Nigerian Upstream Regulatory Commission, they have proposed an additional increase in the production of 1 million barrels of crude oil per day. And all the players were there, including the independent producers and the major IOCs. That will take Nigeria to a position where we can generate further income to buttress some of these policies. The policy changes, such as the removal of the fuel subsidy, have also come with some panaceas, which is the CNG now being established at several locations in the country. And as soon as response to that is very high, the government will expand its usage in the country. I will jump now to the concluding part so that I will not exhaust more than the 2 minutes. True to type, our friends from Poland saw reasons to partner with such a visionary group like the FFDGN to pursue common interests for their country. I'm indeed grateful to the leadership of the forum for their exertions. I believe God in His infinite mercy will continue to endow all of us with the grace to move our country to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor Babatunde Bolaji Bernard, SA Technical representing the SGF. Thank you. Next, let me just quickly recognize His Excellency Mahmoud M. Shinkafi, former governor of Zamfara State, who is here with us. Welcome, sir. We do apologize for recognizing you late. And Ambassador Kenneth Adolphus, CEO, Kemma Foundation. Thank you. Let me invite Justina Sitraska, Polish Investment Promotion and Trade Agency, for her Goodwill message. Thank you. Let's put our hands together.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we say in Nigeria, please allow me to stand on existing protocol. My name is Justina Sitarska, and I'm the head of the Foreign Trade Office of Polish Investment and Trade Agency in Nigeria in Lagos. I've been here for 11 years, so I'm no fresh fish. It's been a while, and I'm privileged to say that I consider both Poland and Nigeria my home right now. So I'm very lucky at my job, because every day I get to talk about my two favorite countries. I speak to Polish people about Nigeria, telling them about all the great opportunities in Nigeria. And also I'm telling Nigerians about Poland and about how great my own country is as well. So this event is a proof that the economic exchange and cordial relationships between Poland and Nigeria are really crucial for both our countries. This is especially important right now, after the fight against COVID-19 that affected all the economies around the world, and also the new geopolitical circumstances where certain economic relations are now built in completely new configurations, as we know very well. As the Polish Investment Trade and Agency, we see great potential for the development of our mutual economic relations. We are especially proud of the fact that the value of trade exchange between Poland and Nigeria is growing every year. However, it is important to look at those good news that our trade is growing every year in the context of the fact that only merely just 1% of Polish exports go to the entire African continent. Just 1%. And we are talking about 54 economies in Africa, not only about Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that here we have so many prominent business people as well. You can only see how much business potential this gives us, right? So I'm very happy that we are here today and we're about to sign an MOU as well. We find many similarities between Polish people and Nigerian people when it comes to culture. Your hospitality and kindness make Polish citizens feel like home in Nigeria. Probably that's why, although I was planning to stay 3 months, I stayed for 11 years. So at Polish Investment and Trade Agency, we serve to promote the Polish economy and domestic brands. We help entrepreneurs choose their most effective expansion path abroad. And we also support the inflow of foreign investment to Poland. So putting it in Nigerian context, we're like a combination of NIPC and NEPC in one institution. Polish Investment and Trade Agency is also a part of Polish Development Fund when we associate with other important institutions that, for example, provide finance and insurance. Last year, our office in Lagos provided services to nearly 170 Polish companies interested in exports to Nigeria and to hundreds of Nigerian companies that were also approaching us. So why work with us? If you would like to work with Polish companies, you can always reach out to our office and we'll provide you with free Polish market research, with vendor selection and verification, detailed information on Polish exports and price comparison, which of course is very important, business matchmaking by reputable government institution, because as Polish Investment and Trade Agency, we are directly under the Ministry of Economy in Poland. And just to close my speech, because I know I can speak a lot, those are my favorite topics, just to tell you about a few thriving sectors in Poland that we identified as the most important sectors for potential cooperation in Nigeria. And so far with my colleague Krzysztof Staśko, who has been in Nigeria for 2 decades, we've been working to get more interest from both Polish and Nigerian side in those sectors. So we're looking at energy and power generation, LNG, CNG technology, green technology, food processing, meat and poultry production, dairy and milk production, agri-tech and mechanization of agriculture, IT and fintech, systems for aviation and drones, engineering, construction and finishing materials. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm convinced that today's event will be an impulse to strengthen cooperation between our countries, and I wish you all fruitful conversations. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
And thank you as well. We're not done with Poland yet. Very soon we'll all be heading to Poland. Thank you very much. Ambassador Nuhu Bajoga, former ambassador to Poland, NIPC. Okay, Mrs. Aisha Rimi, Executive Secretary, who is being represented by Rashid Ahmad here for Goodwill message. Okay, sorry about that break in transmission. It wasn't due to power failure. All right, Mrs. Aisha Rimi, Executive Secretary, represented by Rashid Ahmad, it's your turn to give us your Goodwill message. Okay, thank you. Please, we'll appreciate if you can keep it 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. Permit me to stand up. The existing protocol is already established. My name is Rashid Ahmed. I'm standing for Executive Secretary, Ms. Aisha Rimi, Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission. She directed me to come and deliver her goodwill messages to the Deputy Governors Forum. It's right. It's my great pleasure to be invited to this very important gathering to discuss a critical sector that can fast-track development in Nigeria. Let me start by commending the organizers for deeming it fit to put together this event, which I believe is apt and timely. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is no gainsaying the fact that agriculture and agribusiness as the mainstay of Nigerian economy play an important role in our quest for food security, growth, and development. It's also a fact that agriculture today is second to none in terms of job creation and value addition. Therefore, any conversation around this sector is not only important but critical. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you may perhaps be aware, the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, has been a key player in promoting the government blueprint of economic diversification for the growth of Nigerian development. And it is our humble opinion that the potential in agricultural agribusiness is enough to leapfrog Nigeria's economy to greater height. We believe this forum, which provides a platform to discuss good governance, food security, and sustainable growth in Nigeria, will further boost exploitation of potential in the sectors to enhance food security and promote sustainable growth in Nigeria. In our effort to fast-track business entry in Nigeria, the Commission has committed and complemented an implementation of e-OSIC. We have one-stop investment center whereby a single window investment portal has been created. Investors can register their business in the comfort of their offices anywhere in the world. It also interests you to know that the Commission is in collaboration with key stakeholders launched an electronic information guide that was translated into various languages for the benefit of our investors. It is our hope that the conference will provide the targeted public and private sector participants a platform for exchange of ideas, expertise, and experience in identifying projects of interest which will improve the economic development of Nigeria. Please, to my Polish delegation, NIPC presently is working to pay a courtesy visit to the Polish embassy and to meet with the Nigeria Polish Business Council soon, because we are thinking of targeted investment to Poland, whereby we wanted to sustain the economic growth that the Deputy Governor's Forum is promoting. We wanted to be the pilot engineer and the driving force of it. Thank you very much for this stand. Thank you, Your Excellencies, and have a lovely day.
Thank you. Thank you. Rashid Ahmad, representing Mrs. Aisha Rimi, Executive Secretary of NIPC. Please, let's put our hands together for Ambassador Nuhu Bajoga, former ambassador to Poland, as he comes to give us his goodwill message. Your Excellency, Ambassador Nuhu Bajoga. We'll appreciate Your Excellency if you can do us the honor of just keeping it to 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. The chairman of this occasion, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to be part of this epoch-making event and to specially welcome my friends, the Polish delegation to Nigeria. My delight is made more profound because from the experiences I gathered during my tour of duty as Nigerian ambassador to Poland and concurrently accredited to Czech Republic from 2004 to 2007, which I feel will come handy and help us a lot in the forum to navigate when taking certain key decisions. Poland is a nation rich in history, culture, and increasingly economic potential. Poland is today a compelling player in the European and global economy. Since the fall of communism in 1989, Poland has successfully integrated itself into the European Union, benefiting from access to larger markets and investment opportunities. Poland has experienced consistent GDP growth, making it one of the fastest growing economies in Europe. I must confess that the Poles are very enterprising and resolute in whatever they set as objectives. They are as well known for keeping faith with contractual terms and expect same from business associates. For short of time, I enjoined the Polish delegation to feel at home, enjoy the uncommon hospitality of the Nigerian people, and explore the rich cultural diversity and exotic endowments that will leave them in awe and intrigue. I wish everyone here to take this great opportunity offered to synergize and work towards making our dream country great, as God Almighty has blessed us with what it takes to attain such an enviable visage in the Committee of Nations. With these few words, I wish every participant of this conference and the exhibition a very memorable experience and journey messages to our various destinations. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Ambassador Nuhu. Let me quickly invite Professor Ngozi Odo, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, to quickly give us her goodwill message. Please, let's put our hands together for Professor Ngozi Odo. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. The Chairman and co-chairman of this occasion, the convener, my dear colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great pleasure to be here, to be part of what is happening. They said if you're going on a road, you can only know where you're going when you see people that are coming back from that road. The former deputy governors are coming back from that road. And we, the serving deputy governors, will have to learn from them, from their experiences, from their words of advice. So there couldn't have been a better forum than this forum. I'm really delighted to be a part of it, and I know that together we can make a difference. Thank you very much indeed.
That's what I'm talking about. Please, let's put our hands together for the Deputy Governor of Rivers State. When a woman is in charge. All right, let me quickly welcome another Deputy Governor, this time from Abia State, Engineer Emetu Ikechukwu, to give us his goodwill message. Your Excellency.
Good afternoon, distinguished excellencies here present. Please permit me to align to the well-established protocol done by my senior, who happens to be the former deputy governor of God's own state, Abia State, His Excellency Chris Akomas. Please, I am very happy to be here, and His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Abia State, has sent his regards to everyone here. Your Excellency, you're very much identified here. Permit me to say I'm also very happy to be here, and also to identify myself and the state, Abia State, with the Polish delegates here present. All we will be able to do here is just one thing, and I continue saying it. When we're talking about food security, all the former deputy governors here, you've all chaired the council talking about our border protection, and also when it comes to the delineation of our boundaries, state boundaries. We cannot achieve food security without proper boundary demarcation. So this very conference here, I believe we should talk about that, because without proper boundary demarcation, we won't be able to achieve this very food security. On behalf of His Excellency Dr. Alex Choma Oti, OFR, the Governor of Abia State, I'm using this very medium to say thank you to all the organizers of this very program. May God bless us all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We still have goodwill messages from the representative of the Chief of Defense Staff, representative of the IGP, and representative of the Chief of Air Staff. But let's quickly take this assignment, and DG, please. DG, let them bring the table to the middle here, please. Very quickly, let's bring it so that everybody can witness the signing of the MOU between the forum and the Polish agency, so that we can begin to see how Nigeria can leverage on the international relationship, bilateral relationship between Nigeria and Poland to effect national development. Just at the middle there. Thank you. So that everybody can see what's going on. Okay, please, the cameraman says for space for them, can we move it a little back?